I'm Mixer Giant and I'm going to be saying I can do the ultimate animation crossover for Christmas. I'm going to be saying how these shows are crossing over each other in general. This is going to be using the time animation in general. And me saying what could happen next in these shows and what shows to come back. Then me showing you some Christmas animation afterwards, because it being the perfect time for Christmas shows, because Christmas is a time to enjoy things and to be good to each other. However, Boss is already connected to Has-Been Hotel, with it being said that However is too, and it's already enough them both being in hell, and it's still having both of them as demons. It's already easy for them to have a crossover, since they're already both in hell. You just do them crossing over each other in hell. If you getting Lucifer to hire them to kill some of the angels or the demon enemies. And However Boss is about a workplace comedy about assassins who are demons from hell. It's still being about assassins from hell, they just fleshed it out over the years, and it is good them doing something different in the later seasons. And frankly, them being serious is better than them doing comedy. And it's different than Has-Been Hotel because of it taking place on Earth and it showing the evilness of humanity. While Has-Been Hotel is a redemption story. It's to try it taking place in hell, and it having something to do with heaven. And Charlie and the demons of the hotel are good people. Them just showing it so them people managing to get into heaven. Since Lucifer can't hit sinners, and also because of what happened with Vox, and because of the 7 deadly sins trying to bribe him, he could get the 7 deadly sins and to fight some people for him because of them actually wanting him back anyways. Lucifer also being able to hit sinners indirectly and also blowing stuff up near the sinners in order to hit them. Also tries to find him, for example, and with him also being able to get Alice to fall over things and to protect people like Vox, like to hit them, if him needing to protect Charlie, for example. This would be the reason of how Charlie managed to find out that him mommy's in heaven, because of him finding out from him doing jobs for heaven. With him also showing heaven, there being evil people on earth because of them finding out that it was Lucifer that granted humans free will instead of God. So that's why them being evil, because of them thinking what was the point of everything they found out about religion was a lie. It should help convince the angels that redemption is good, what Lucifer did was good, granting humans free will. And with them wanting to do peace between hell and heaven, and with them being okay with the demons reincarnating in heaven after them redeeming themselves. They should act like a demon, but still caring about his friends and family, while Charlie would still act more of an obviously good person, and with that actually being sympathetic to Bliss. Charlie would try to redeem Bliss, but then she'd find out that Bliss is already a good person because of him and being good to his friends and family. Or Bliss would try to get Charlie to have some fun every once in a while, but then he would find out that Charlie is a good person, and in it being good, her just being a caring person, and her being able to have fun with their friends and family. And Lucifer taking back his place of hell from Satan, and everyone being glad about that because of them preferring Lucifer over Satan, is why Lucifer would get it back automatically. With them being assassins for hell specifically, and with them using the fact that heaven hired them to do some jobs, and with them being hired by humans and to kill other humans, and is why heaven wouldn't be able to use that against them, and them actually being able to use it against heaven. Charlie's why being glad, it being because of them why Charlie managed to find her in heaven and bring her back to hell to rule over a kingdom again. Them also helping the Has-Been Hotel gang in heaven to stop Rue. Vox should be an AI actually in this system doing what the V's say while running the company for Valentino. With him fixing things up with them in the end, and Valentino managing to be okay with him, but with him dying in the end, and even in the virtual reality. Then Velvet's body being destroyed, and then her ending up in the system, then her being destroyed in the system too. Then Valentino's arms would get ripped off, and then Valentino would die in the end, putting an end to the V's. It being good the V's dying for them not needing to deal with them anymore, they wouldn't reincarnate in heaven, but no one would know it happening to them. Then it would turn out that Crassover Carmine's husband died in The Exorcist. And that's why she wants to keep her family safe, because she's a widow, and her hating heaven so much because of it doing it to her. But after her finding out what happened in the ending, with redemption being possible, and with the people being treated goodly in there being a way to end the exterminations for sure, without anyone getting hurt, and supporting Charlie and the hotel. And Nifty would have been an overlord until her being defeated by Alistair, and him saving her from another terrible overlord and doing the examinations. And because of how Alistair tricked her, it's because of her freaking out when she's on camera. And why she saves Alistair. With her not freezing up on camera anymore, and with her being able to prove what they did was good and on camera for Charlie in the hotel. It turned out the reason how Angel just killed his brother was by accident, by him doing food poisoning by him and by accident. And him only doing it to save his brother and his sister who his brother was abusing with him non-stop. And it's because of his brother drinking all the time is how he got them hooked on it, and because of them being gangsters family, into social media. And him getting hooked on himself to try to get out the memory of his brother dying, but then it ending up killing him too. And while his sister wasn't mad at him for it, his brother was. And it's because of Alistair being free from his deal with Rosie is why him being more powerful. And because of him proving himself to Vox, he would be able to defeat Adam even if he was as an angel again. With you making it obvious he cares about Charlie and the hotel gang because of them being useful to what he's planning. And with him trying to defeat Lucifer so he can become the most powerful sinner in hell. And you would know that he's not a hypocrite because of him doing it on his own, because of him finding a way out of his deals and him just doing them to get power. And how he was able to make the deal with Rosie and why him wanting to become the most powerful sinner is because as his mother is Rue. So that makes Charlie his aunt, making Alistair the Antichrist. In the third season, to go over the theme of what they've been doing in the past seasons, we changed the threat from hell to Earth, which is also in hell the boss would come there because of them going to Earth all the time. It making sense for the Ark and Hasbin Hotel for how them crossing over with each other. Them managing to destroy the people's faith in goodness and in heaven because of the hotel, and showing them the redemption is possible. In the fourth season, we would try to blow up heaven, and like how hell was almost blown up. Then people in heaven would find out that Luke is hallucinating Adam, and it would turn out that Abel is hallucinating him too. Them stopping the exorcist because as of them finding out how bad it is because of someone like Luke being in heaven because of Adam being in heaven. And then also finding out how bad Luke is because of her hallucinating Adam. With Abel finding out that he shouldn't be anything like Adam, he should just be able to stand up for himself, and with them also dating Emily, and with them also managing to get him to stop hallucinating Adam because of it. And because of Alistair proving that he's not a fraud to the other demons, him being motivated to act as the hotel's guard again. And managing to get them publicity again, and making them look good in front of the rest of hell. And with them actually making Serpentis the new judge in heaven of redeemed souls. While Seraphim still keeps her original job in heaven. Here just acknowledging Serpentis is good for the job because of him used to be a human, so him knowing how hard it is for them, and with him being able to sympathize with the demons because he used to be a demon. And the reason why Sarah thought the examinations were the only way was because her being able to see the future, but him ending up in heaven managed to surprise her, which is why she knows that hotel is a good thing and why them needing it. With her also seeing some terrible things in the future and them knowing that Hasbin Hotel again can change it. And with them actually proving that redemption is possible and changing the terrible future she saw. Then it would turn out the vision she saw were just Charlie and Emily praying because of it being in a bad situation, but then managing to get out of it because of them proving redemption is possible because of the hotel. Luke would try to kill Satan, but then Satan would manage to defeat Luke. Then it turned out the reason why Rosie is getting Alistair to do it at the hotel is because of her doing a deal with Charlie's mommy, Lilith. And Lilith's plans in conjunction with Ruse. And Lilith and Rosie being friends. And with Lilith just wanting Rosie to keep an eye on Charlie for her. Consider Carmine would end up with the spider overlord. Charlie would forgive her Barbara in the end, and the reason why Alistair would be staying in the hotel would be because as of him keeping an eye on her Barbara then. Emily would still see good in Seraphim. Luke would be the main villain of the third season, while Wu would be the main villain of the fourth season. And because of the connection between heaven and hell, Serpentis would be able to keep in touch with Cherry Bomb. If part of the reason why Baxter was at the hotel was because he is Jack the Ripper, and because of the connection to Serpentis, him wanting to do it to make up for him being the reason why he's in hell, and to see him again. And with Baxter and Nifty becoming a couple because of them being similar to Serpentis and Cherry Bomb, and because of their connections to them. And because of them being the friends of the people that were already dating. And because of them seeing how powerful Lucifer is, and them seeing Alice defeat Fox, them both getting their reputations back. Because now Lucifer left Charlie when she needed him the most. So because of Alice's deal that Charlie's wanted, they would be able to work together for Charlie, and because of Charlie. And how Charlie's mommy would find out was them picking up from her calling and Charlie at the end of last season, and her and Charlie reuniting, with her going back to hell, her revealing that she was in heaven the whole time. With the next season starting with her reuniting with Charlie, and with her and Charlie connecting over the years. It turned out that Rue isn't Eve, and that Lucifer has been keeping Eve safe in hell. With them redeeming real life criminals like Jack the Ripper because of them always being used in hell, so them always suffering enough. The angels saying the exorcists to hell to make up for what they did, and would be the root of all evil, and her believing it being good, and Lucifer giving the humans free will. And for the record, Charlie Morningstar is so good because you just can't name a better character than Charlie Morningstar. And for the record, you can't name a better character than Charlie Morningstar because of her being nice and sweet, but her being willing to defend herself. She doesn't do the raw garbage, but her being diverse. And it's good to be a combination of all the Disney princesses' personalities, because each one of them only have one kind of personality. So if you're putting them together, it's doing a good character like a real life person. And you're getting the best of both worlds like with Wonder Woman. And who is the root of all evil? She would be created when evil was created, so her seeing Charlie as her sister, and Lucifer as her barber. Her keeping an eye on them and wanting to take over heaven, but now her not needing to because of the hotel. So it going well with the hotel's message of redemption and that anyone can be redeemed. We would know the whole point of me doing this is because of free will, because if it's not what the point, there's a difference between someone choosing to be good and someone mind controlling them into doing it. In the Amazing Theo Circus, they'd find out that because of Zubul pushing Kang past his breaking point, and Kang trying to kill them. Honestly, why him not doing it is because of Pomni, him managing to talk to him, and him having something good like Pomni to talk to him. With them finding out it also being bad, him having no one to talk to because of the AI doing the same terrible things as him. With them also having to find out that the moon is in love with him, and it is good him being with the moon because of him having someone to talk to and someone caring about him. With Pomni acknowledging that he can still do the adventures and he is good at them, and just from them not dying at it. And because of him coming up with them all the time, he could use some help doing them. And that they did love that they all get guns one, for example, and it was nice him doing the rewards so. And Ragatha personally is saying, hey, they personally found out them needing some time to vent, and them going to explode out of you buying it in forever, and so them understanding about it, and them understanding of King needing to let it all out. And them also finding out that because of them interacting with King becoming more human, and them managing to get more control over the game. So King managing to get rid of his programming, stopping him from hurting them, and him actually managing to hurt them because of it. But King actually finding out what he's doing is bad, and how it's driving them crazy, because as of King actually, he's seeing how bad it is with the other AI, and him actually being able how to understand them because of him becoming more human. The AI creations King did, and managing to get their own sentience, and with them also now being free of Kane. Amazing to do circus members managing to fight back against Kane because of and the other AI creations he did because of them getting more control over the game because of Kane becoming more human too. And with the next one going to attract it being Zubul because of Kang, but then they're managing to stop Zubul from getting attracted. And with them managing to do it because of Gango opening up to Zubul, and because as of Zack bringing up that him almost attracting. And them using that, and them caring about Zubul to stop it from extracting. With the Amazing Ditto Circus game managing to use the control they have over the game in order to get out of the game. And originally why King was so buggy was because of the bugs in the game. And originally King couldn't control their minds, but because of him becoming more human, him actually being able to control their minds. He would try to use that against them, but then managing to fight against it and do it to him and use it to get rid of the bugs in the game, instead of him doing it because they have more control over the game. And with King being able to get some help doing the other adventures as with the other NPCs. It should go well with the Amazing Digital Circus because it being the point of the show of finding me in a silent life, so them getting out of a silent life and then fixing their own silent lives. Because of them finding this stuff out from what they went through in the Amazing Digital Circus, and because of them doing something about it. It might be better Because the whole point is so going against insanity, so it is good them coming out of their insanity. Agatha and King are relating to King about going past the breaking point. Zubo and Gingo will point out the terrible things King is doing. Pomni would be sympathetic to King because of what them going through in the circuit. And Jack's just telling King about how he almost was trapped because of it. Knights of Guinevere is not just a diss at Disney, it's also the creator of the Owl House doing her own thing. And it being pointed at all big evil companies, it's just pointed at Disney specifically because of her used to working at Disney. It's not that she's mad at Disney, her just wanting to do other things than the Owl House. Because of her having other ideas than it. Another whole point of this is what childhood does to people, and why it being so important to people. It is good it calling out how bad Disney is now. It just showing that all you have to do to be a true fan is just to like it, and for you knowing what it's doing to you. Of you being a good person, and for you being grateful for the people who actually managed to get you there in the first place, is by doing the right they managed to get you in there in the first place. Thinking managed to fix the robot, but it's still being busted. So she wanted to do robots, but then her getting stuck as an engineer. The Queen have offered to give her a job doing robots, but then Frankie would say no, because of her caring about Gwen. And Frankie would also find out her not really being able to make a difference doing robots. Then after, her and her friend would actually get a good job, and her actually being able to do a good job spreading happiness around people, with them also being good there, and them just being happy and then setting everyone free. And Frankie would be happy making a difference doing robots, but after them setting everyone free from it. And with the original machines wanting to come back, but them also stopping the original machines. Them making sure the Gwens are set free and them living on their own. With the other Gwens being a part of the kingdom, and the main Gwen being the queen of the kingdom. And Frankie and her friend becoming the main tech guys of the kingdom, and with them actually becoming knights. And the Gaslighting District is good because it being about family and doing a business, and them just trying to survive and what family would do for each other. It's showing why family is important and why a family should stick together even in the apocalypse. It also shows why you need death in the world, and why you still being able to survive no matter what. The main character and their family's reputation would be good, and them getting lots of new customers after them delivering the egg to someone and them being able to survive there. But with them also finding out why it's like that, and it's because that someone did a ritual to kill the physical environment of death, so them bringing back the physical environment of death, which would restore death to the world. So it being good, it's not a post-apocalyptic wasteland anymore, and because of it, her and her family managing to go to heaven. With her just being glad her and her family are safe and that them ending up in heaven. And because of it putting an end to the zombie apocalypse is why humanity managed to get started up again, which is why them ending up in heaven, and them enjoying heaven. Because of these ones being indie animation, they could do this. If them getting the indie animators to agree to it, because if they're managing to do a good deal for Netflix, they're managing to do a good deal with the big evil companies. And the big evil companies should do this to show them learning the lesson and them putting their workers first with the fans. You can also do Charlie and Baggy or annoying Amber and trying to redeem her from Cannibal Town. And here Charlie used to date, her being happy that Baggy's dating Charlie now, because Charlie being the queen of how her not Anne, because her knowing it's cannibalism, and her and them knowing she's redeemed. It'd be good these scenes crossing over each other because of them being indie animation, and it being good with animation in general. And because they're good for a horror crossover, but then still being good at Christmas, it would be even better for a Christmas crossover.
Amber? It's Ember. It's Ember. Hi, Miss Turkey Legs. Let's go. Ugh. Keep it. You think you're hungry? I haven't had a decent meal in centuries. What I wouldn't do for an old-fashioned, authentic, delicious, delectable. Wait, is that... After all these years... A real princess?
Well, thanks a lot, Diana. You ruined the whole show.
They're pathetic peasant dudes throwing mud at each other. It's hilarious.
Pixels?
Well, hello there, princess. Well, hello there, princess. Oh, the little princess wanna scream for help. Typical. This one's on the house. Geek. You guys take your RPGs way too seriously. Except you. What are you supposed to be?
Release the princess so we can end this peacefully.
Sorry, the only way this ends is with her in my belly.
Ooh, you made a rope. We're so impressed. Ah, okay, Amber. Wow, that's slightly more impressive.
My name is Apple! This has been fun, ladies, but I better go before my dinner burns. It is true that you're wrong.
And as long as we're being honest,
You should be running. Oh, is that fear I smell? Mmm, delicious.
It's time to fight magic with magic. Snap, 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 snap.
Magic? Seriously? Ugh, why is this so hard? Princesses are supposed to be all helpless and weak.
Fool! Princesses are neither helpless nor weak. We are strong and powerful. And fabulous. Wonder Woman, are you okay? I am more than okay. I am fabulous.
People that want the artists to come back, with it being about them regoing things with candy, and with you focusing more on them stopping the run of the story, from using them to do terrible things to the world. And because of them being pinatas at parties make kids happy, them being okay with being pinatas, and them becoming party animals like the main character. And Radikai Conquer the Kairus should come back too, because of it being a good show, it being much better than Totally Spies, and if Totally Spies managed to come back, this should come back too, because it was made by the same animation company that did Totally Spies. In the new season, you making it the last season to answer unanswered questions about it. With it turning out the person from the ship is someone from Mookie's planet. And with them managing to imprison Lokai in the end. Maya finding out about her parents and them sending them to Master Bodai to keep her away from Lokai so she wouldn't become like them, and Lokai killing her parents. And them managing to stop the side of Kyra and Maya so she wouldn't destroy Team Stacks like in her vision. So it being one of the visions she got wrong in the end. And they should just do Teen Titans Go the Night Begins to Shine, because it being better than the original Teen Titans Go, and them still being able to do a better version of it. And the original two Gremlin movies are so good because of them being one of the only good Christmas horror movies. It being kid-friendly yet R-rated for kids, so it being a good horror movie for them to be introduced to at such a young age, for them getting used to the other horror movies at time and in the modern day. And because of it, Gremlins are one of the most iconic monsters at Christmas, especially since Gremlins are already the opposite of elves. And it is good them doing the Gremlin Secret of the Migraine in these cartoons so, because as of it being one of Warner Bros. Best movies, one of the most iconic movies that was made by Warner Bros. Specifically. Gremlin Secret of the Migraine in these is good because of it being one of the best shows specifically done by Warner Bros. And it being one of the best modern Cartoon Network shows. And if this show does good, then us being able to see a third Gremlins movie, and if this show does do so good, then they should do a third Gremlins movie. We have been watching it for a long time, and because of the fans wanting a third Ghostbusters movie is how we managed to get Ghostbusters Afterlife, so it would be good and it is possible us getting a third Gremlins movie. Now the third season of Gremlins Secret of the Migraine, they should start with the family being together, and with all of them being happy together. Throughout the season, them fighting a bunch of yokai that would be sent from the gods as of thunder and lightning. For them fighting against the gremlins, and for them trying to do terrible things there because of the yokai in general. But then because of the gremlins and in the Mogwai, they would be able to stop the yokai and stop the gods of thunder and lightning. The gods of thunder and lightning would think them doing this because of the gremlins being evil and them wanting to stop them before them being able to be a threat. Them just wanting to do it to protect them, but then, and them managing to show that the gremlins are good and them not being a threat because of them protecting the people and because of them being able to stop the yokai. And for how are you doing the third Gremlins movie? It'd be set in the modern day if the original part of the Gremlins franchise from the original Gremlins movies universe. With the grandkids from the original couple from the second movie inheriting it from their grandparents. With them trying to stop an evil ex-military agent. Him being ex from the military because of him being a murderer, and him being a Chinese sorcerer and a cult leader now. From taking Gizmo the Gremlin and trying to use him to take over the world. And how him trying to take over the world is by doing experiments on Gizmo and trying to sacrifice him in a cult ritual. So him making it that everyone on Earth has one because of him thinking the gremlins are dangerous is because of them being bad, because of him knowing what they did in the cartoon show, and because of what them doing before in the original movies. But then the main characters of the movies would stop him in the end, and because of them knowing the gremlins are good, and them not doing that if you don't break the rules. And partially why them doing this is because the gremlins are so special because of there being few of them. And while it is bad there being a lot of them, not because they wouldn't be special, but because of the world not being able to handle it, and because of people breaking the rules, as in if they do break the rules it would be bad. You would see even more kinds of gremlins, but because of the cult ritual going wrong, and because of them breaking the rules in a different way. So them managing to use breaking the rules and Gizmo or to get rid of the other kinds of gremlins. We'd see demon and angel gremlins, other elemental gremlins, magic and science gremlins, and mythical creature, aliens, monsters, and robot gremlins. And gremlins as a combination of every kind of warrior from every point in time, like cowboys and knights in shining armors. And cavemen, Romans, pirates, Vikings, someone from the future, a mummy gremlin from ancient Egypt, and a samurai, a ninja, boxing, wrestling gremlin. It would also be good at them doing a reboot of the Gremlins franchise since the fans have been wanting that for a while now. And if they were willing to put Gremlins into multiverses, they would be willing to do this. In the reboot, you would do them actually following the rules of the Gremlins, and it's just you making sure the things them doing with the Gremlins is the same trouble as them having with the pet in the first movie, so changes to them in the second movie. And with the government thinking it being dangerous, so them trying to do military experiments on him in the third movie, but then them finding out that the Gremlins are good, and then stopping the government from doing military experiments in the third movie. And it's just a one-shot Gremlins animated movie, so you're not overmilking the franchise to death, and they did have original plans, and to have Gremlins crossover with Ghostbusters, so you should do that in an animated movie with Ghostbusters. Busting the Gremlins. Dude, did both parts of the Gremlins want to do it because of it being good now. If you want to do a crossover with Gremlins, this is it. And for the actual story part of the crossover, you would do Impossible Man and Mr. Mix's picture there. Doing a world where the bad guys were able to win because of the superheroes not being there to protect them. Because of the Nazis were able to win World War II. Everywhere in the multiverse is constantly being invaded by aliens who are dictating over them. Their cities are destroyed because of no one stopping the supervillains. No one is good to each other because no one showed them a better way and no one showed them how to open it. The supervillains doing their evil plans because there was no one to stop them, and with a bunch of people becoming supervillains. Because of it, so many people would already have been dead because there's no one to save them, and also a bunch of the supervillains that were already there would be even worse now. Impossible Man and Mr. Mix's Piddick would be able to do this because of them being able to do anything and them being similar to each other. The whole point of it would be them showing the evil people in the military why them needing the superheroes and it being good them doing it at Christmas so them not dealing with it anymore, especially at Christmas. Because of Mr. Mix's Piddick and Impossible Man actually liking the superheroes and them not being completely evil is why them doing it to them so they would be more grateful for the superheroes and realize how much them actually needing them. With them personally finding out how much them needing the superheroes and how bad it is them not appreciating them when them having the chance to. Then finding out that the families have died, And a lot of people are broken because of them being still scarred from the war days. And that Lex Luthor managed to take over the world without Superman being there to stop him. Gotham is an even worse place without Batman. So after them finding this out, Mr. and Mrs. Pidgeleg and Impossible Man managed to change back in the timeline so that there was superheroes in there, so them stopping the supervillains at that time. So all the evil military guys find out how much of them needing the superheroes, and with the superheroes them doing a toast. So there's superheroes and all the good guys out there. Then with some of the cartoon characters them saying, "That's funny. I always thought all that was just a story. Makes you wonder what else might be real." Then them finding out Santa Claus being real. With them also finding out they have crazy stuff like this managed to happen, and then Santa makes sense by comparison. Not just because of the multiversal stuff, but even in the real world they managed to find a planet that's half of ammo. So after the evil military guys managed to find this out, and at the end of it, when them finding it out, after them going throughout the horrors and realizing how good their lives originally were because of the superheroes, they say, "Get me back, I don't care what happens to me. Please, get me back to my wife and kids. I want to live again. I want to live again. I want to live again. I want to live again." Then Superman would go to them and they would say, "Superman, do you know me?" Then Superman would say, "I've been looking all the time, trying to find them." Then they would see their mouths are bleeding. Then they would know what actually happened. Then they would say, "Merry Christmas." With them trying to help the superheroes to stop Red Skull, and trying to destroy the multiverse with Operation Unlimited Strike Alliance. The Red Skull is saying, "My most reliable accomplices. You guys could have stopped me at any time, and it wasn't the heroes that stopped you, it was just the fact that they managed to do your job better than you. And you guys already did evil things without me. So go ahead, kill me, start World War III, destroy the multiverse, bring hell to the multiverse. I don't care, but I'll beat it. And we'll be right back here ready to do it all over again until there be nothing left." Then they would kill themselves in the end. The heroes would be just in time to see them killing themselves in front of Red Skull. The military people would be the head of Soy, Maria Hill, William Stryker, the guy that put the animated team in Wolverine, Amanda Waller, and Sam Lane. They would start Red Skull in the end, and Lois Lane would try to kill him, but then them being able to convince Lois Lane not to kill Red Skull in the end. It was them enjoying their Christmas together, them going into the sunset together, and it ending on a picture of all the characters crossing over each other. Before us seeing H-Son's Ben seeing this in the future and him saying "What a sweet ride" before him passing away. Then a golden orange tear ending up on Bugs Bunny and Algae's face, then it ending up on Ben 10 and J Dharma's face, giving it the illusion of climbing and it symbolizing the mantle being passed down to them, to the next generation of cartoons, and forms of media in general.
It's okay, because I took care of them.
You took care of them?
Yeah, I took care of them. Wiped them out. Eliminated them. They're swimming with the fishies. I don't really know all the technical terms for it, but rest assured we won't be hearing from them for a long time. Like forever.
You eliminated Kitten and her mother?
Yeah, and this janitor who just walked in at the wrong time, but it was kind of convenient because he had a mop.
Oh, baby, no!
Oh, mama, yeah.
Why would you do that?
I had no choice. I got an email telling me to from Gladys.
From Gladys? There is no presenting. When'd you figure it out?
Well, I had a little chit-chat with Miss Holly, and she told me all about my legacy. Although I should have known something was up when we went undercover using our real names.
Oopsie.
Just say I called in a few favors.
What's for lunch?
Casey!
Yeah, Kirby, you're not the principal's pet. Lose the leash.
Except one. I can pardon you.
Eli? Are you back?
Yep. Don't worry, guys. I'm back to my old self.
I am the last fat man in Springfield. While I can't see my feet, I can see something else. You are all unhappy. Love people for what's inside. Wasted eating food, watching TV about food, with commercials for more food!
Food essay! Food essay!
It's so good to have you home, Dad.
I'm just so happy my kids are close again.
Love, we'll be late for the Heaven Buffet. There's a shrimp tower.
Okay, Ringo. And I'm just so glad we're allowed to marry different people in heaven.
Hey, Sarah.
Hi, Mr. Chu.
What's this?
I like it.
Yeah, I just made it life size this year, you know, just in case. No, seriously, you know, just in case.
I got in.
I knew it. I knew you could do it. Oh, I'm so proud of you.
I guess I'm proud.
Thanks, Sonny.
Come on, bring it in. Congratulations.
We are the
Is that for me?
Sure.
When I was a child, this was my favorite toy.
And what happened then? Well, in Springfield, they say that Burns's small heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Emergency cardiac reduction. Stat!
Thank you, Smithers. Merry Christmas.
Smithers was the first to believe.
Yes! Santa is real! The real Santa Claus would never give someone as naughty as you anything but coal. It's undeniable proof. Wahas! I just can't stay mad at you.
Me neither.
But I can't do the work of 1,000 men. All I want for Christmas is some help. If only there was a way to wrap that up and put it under the tree.
Is it over? Oh. This place is a mess. I mean, this is unacceptable. Only humans can live like this.
Well, maybe we can work something out.
Mandy, we can't help who we fall in love with. Nancy was a vampire long before I met her. Sometimes you just have to take risks and have faith and believe in the goodness that we all have deep down inside us. That's what Christmas is all about. Between you and me, this is like the 6th or 7th time she's turned me into a vampire. But I always manage to return to my jolly old self. Ho, ho, ho!
If you want something done right, you have to do it yourself.
And so it was decided that once every year when the weather got chilly, it was a miracle. Good night.
Goodbye, Santa.
I'll call you to go bowling sometime.
I gotta be honest. I wasn't sure if you guys could pull it off, but you really did it. You saved Christmas.
It was no big deal.
Does this mean we'll finally make it onto your nice list?
Hey, crazier things have happened.
Yeah!
Bye, Santa.
Sometimes you gotta break the rules.
Okay, guys, let's...
Best gift ever!
Well, somebody raised a very good boy there.
We know!
Come on, Mom, it's Christmas!
Wake up, Dad! It's present time! Yes! Our stockings worked! And we got our plutonium!
I have my family together.
And Dookie gets his bacon.
Yes! Woof.
Oh, ball, but how about Johnny's first annual Hot Chocolate Fest?
Mayday! Mayday! And what does Mayday mean anyway?
Who's on the naughty list now?
Hit the detonator!
Frozen! Immobile peoplesicles!
Wait, this just in?
Mademoiselle Ballerina lady, I am coming to rescue you. Tuffy? Yes, it is I, and I will set you free. Then take these keys and free yourself. Hurry, Tuffy, hurry! I
I shall not spare you. I never doubted.
We're a human popsicle.
We need to get you two back to the inn for a nice, cozy hot cocoa.
What about the headless snowman? Let him get his own cocoa.
Right? To a bungalow on Miami Beach.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to give humanity another chance. I hope you pass this time, because I am not coming back to save you.
Hope you and Mrs. LeBron got